Introduction. Welcome to Last Call, Who's Liable When a Guest Drinks and Drives? In this short documentary, we'll trace the legal journey of how restaurants and bars have been held or not held accountable when intoxicated patrons harm others. We'll start with the early days of common law, move into the rise of dram shop laws, and end with today's legal landscape. We'll also look at how this shift has changed the responsibilities and risks for the hospitality industry. Historical legal background. Under English common law, there was no liability placed on alcohol providers. The thinking was simple. The harm was caused by drinking, not by serving. If you drank too much and caused trouble, it was your fault, not the bartender's. When the United States adopted this approach, the same idea applied well into the early 20th century. Courts consistently ruled that bars and restaurants were not responsible for what a customer did after leaving. Legal milestones and shifts. Things began to change in the mid-20th century with the emergence of dram shop acts. These laws allowed victims to sue businesses if they served someone who was visibly intoxicated or underage, and that service led to harm. One key case was Wayne versus Chicago's last department store in 1959. It signaled a turning point. Courts were now open to hold the sellers of alcohol accountable. In the 1980s and 90s, the movement gained strength. Groups like MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, pushed for tougher laws linking overservice to preventable tragedies. Some states also passed social host laws, extending certain responsibilities to private individuals hosting parties. Modern legal framework. Today, almost every state has some form of dram shop act, though the rules vary. The common elements are alcohol was sold or served, the person was either visibly intoxicated or underage, and that service directly caused an injury to a third party. For example, in New York, the Dram Shop Act is part of the General Obligations Law, Section 11-101. In Georgia, it's under OCGA, Section 51-1-40. And in California, the law is more limited, though certain social host provisions apply. Bars and restaurants often defend themselves by arguing there was no visible signs of intoxication or that the injury was not directly caused by their service. Impact on industry liability. These laws have brought both positive and negative outcomes for the hospitality industry. On the positive side, they've encouraged better training and responsible service practices, which have helped reduce alcohol-related incidences. On the negative side, they've increased liability exposure, driven up insurance costs, and left businesses vulnerable to lawsuits over staff judgment calls. Today, many establishments require staff to be certified in alcohol service programs like Serve Safe Alcohol or TIPS. Some also keep detailed refusal logs and use security cameras to document incidents, just in case they need to defend themselves later. Closing. The shift from common law to modern dram shop laws have been a dramatic one, moving from a time when only the drinker was to blame to a legal climate where the server can share in the responsibility. For the hospitality industry, it's a constant balancing act, serving guests while staying alert to the legal risk. For the public, these laws are a safeguard aimed at preventing tragedies before they happen. I'm Tori Anderson, and this has been Last Call, Who's Liable When a Guest Drinks and Drives?